I love Subarus. My first car was the Bug-Eye WRX. Although it was a great car, I learned that a WRX was a compromise of practicality and sportiness. It was fun, but not as fun as my brother's NB Miata. I just really enjoyed the lightning quick responses and the classic rear-wheel drive feel. Ever since that moment, I knew I always wanted two cars. A dedicated sports car for fun, and a practical daily driver. No more compromise. When Subaru and Toyota created the 86 platform, it was as if someone built a Miata I can fit in. It's not perfect, but for the money, I think the 86 siblings are quite good looking. Some lines really do remind me of the Toyota 2000 GT. I don't really care for the retro 90s zero tails. As most owners do, I added power and traction. I've done everything from simple bolt-ons, $1,000 intake in the process, and finally settling for the Jackson Racing Supercharged kit. I had the Innovate kit at one point. I liked the response from the twin screw setup, but the factors like the better top end, reliability, and less weight make me really happy with the Jackson Racing kit.
Notice the angle of the steering wheel, it's very upright compared to a lot of regular cars. And also, the amount of space between the stock and the steering wheel itself. Even when you're aggressively steering, you're not going to hit these stocks by accident. The overall dashboard height is also extremely short, and you get scalloped shapes like this, which gives you an ample amount of room between the driver's knee and the dashboard. So I'm about 6'1", and I have plenty of space in this cabin. But the problem is, anyone that sits behind me, it's just impossible unless they have some alien thin legs. But having said that, I have carried friends from work for short lunch trips. So I've in the passenger side, and so I kind of consider this car as a 3-passenger car.
Some pros and cons to look out for. The first gen car just had a lot of problems, especially in the engine department. The cam gears giving you rough idle, weird oil leaks in places, and also with the transmission, the throwout bearing is a part that goes bad pretty often. I'll leave the link in the description so you can check those out in detail. And of course, although it offers you a great driving experience for the money, it's just not a very refined car. The highway speed, noise levels are just quite high, and yeah, it's just not a comfortable car to drive every day. Despite some of these issues, when you take it out for a spin, it's still a lot of fun.
Of all the cars I've driven, this car, other than the original NSX and maybe the Porsche Cayman, it definitely has one of the best steering feel. Okay, I know it's my doing, but the fuel economy is really suffering. I think the modern day turbocharged cars just meet the demand of power and economy a lot better than the supercharged kit.
But really, who cares about fuel economy when we can do this?
Woo! Tunnel! Ah!
In the end, this car taught me a lot of things about myself. If I'm being really honest, I'm more of a casual driver than what I had wanted myself to be. A hardcore track driver. It took some time for me to admit to that, but that's okay. I still really enjoy going to the track, just not as often as more hardcore drivers. I met great people along the way, and from a crash, I almost died. But I didn't, so that's also great news. Overall, the BRZ ownership has been a very good learning experience. After 6 years of ownership, I can confidently say the BRZ is still a compromise. Although it's a clever package that is more of a sports car than a WRX, it's no Miata. It actually feels like a smaller, more nimble WRX. If you're looking for a comfortable, luxurious drive that will fulfill your weekend warrior spirits once in a while, something like a 4 Series will suit you better. It's not quite a pure driving experience like the Miata or an S2000, but for someone that is willing to make some daily sacrifices for that 10/10th driving enjoyment, the BRZ is still an excellent compromise. And yes, it's definitely more fun with more power. By the way, a lot of you are watching without subscribing. Be sure to subscribe for more contents you won't want to miss. We'll be uploading car reviews as well as interviews with industry experts. Thanks for tuning in to REVlogue. Bye now.